All right, welcome back to Lost for Words with Lori. It is April 4th. It is Monday. Manic Monday. I actually did an end of March update and I actually never posted it and then I scrapped it. So I figured I would do a end of March update, beginning of April showers bringing whatever April showers bring, right? April showers bring Mayflowers and all things new, right? So we talked about that anyway, at the end of March. So yeah, I figured I would give an update. I'm working on another podcast that I hope to have hammered out either tonight or tomorrow, on gatekeeping. So you guys will want to definitely keep an eye out for that. It's a subject that's come up quite a bit lately, in a lot of different communities, and I definitely wanted a chance to weigh in on it and cover it, because because it's toxic cesspool world worthy, and not just on Twitter or in the different social media platform communities, but everywhere. And so yeah, anyway, that's kind of what I'm working on today in addition to my first world job. You guys all know that I took on a part-time gig here in March, just doing a couple of days at a convenience store here, in the cities that I live. And it's been a really good distraction, and I'm enjoying it. It's, not because I need money or anything like that, but because I really just needed to get out of the house, and do something different, and be around other humans. I'm isolating myself a little bit too much, I think. April 1st was the 5-month anniversary of Toby passing, and while I'm doing well, as can be expected under those circumstances, and being in therapy and, trying to navigate the grief process and try to start my life over and figure out, the things that I need to do to take care of myself, I'm navigating that path the best I can, and I really started to get comfortable with just kind of being by myself. But it was getting kind of toxic, and I wasn't wasn't being accountable enough for taking care of myself. And so, one of the things that my girlfriend had suggested, that her boss at her job needed some extra help, and asked if I'd be interested in picking up a couple shifts. So I thought, well, what the hell? That's a good way to hold myself accountable for needing to take a shower, brush my hair, put clothes on other than sweats and a t-shirt, and get out and do responsible things like put gas in my car and, eat and do things that required me being sociable and talking to real people. So that's going really well. And, while I'm making a little extra money, which pays for my bad habits like smoking and drinking soda pop, it's giving me, a little bit more confidence to get out and talk to people. And I needed that. So it's been a really good thing for me. And the distraction keeps me off of social media and away from the drama that goes with that. So it's been part of that healing process that's been really good for me. So I'm very grateful for that. And so April has started off pretty busy. I'm tired and I have to eat and sleep better. So that's holding me accountable for, my self-care behavior. So, if you've listened to any of my podcasts in the past, you know that I preach those things to everybody else. And therefore I have to be able to live and walk the walk, so to speak, of the things that I talk to other people, and have that expectation that other people are going to learn those things. And therefore I have to learn them too. And I am, and I'm learning them in real time, just like you guys are learning them. And it's, and we're talking about new things and new beginnings and new everything. I have to tell you, I've made lots of mistakes in my life, just like a lot of you guys have, and I've learned from those. The last couple of days, I've gotten some really amazing messages from some people that have come and gone in the last, my whole life, really. But recently, just people saying, hey, thanks for all being my friend, or for advice. And it's, I have to say, I don't know how to take that, because I don't feel like I'm doing anything other than sharing my journey with all of you guys and and hopefully helping you guys along your journey path. But I didn't realize the impact that I guess some of you guys being able to walk some of these lessons with me and hear my message and learn those has had on you guys. But I told my friend Tonya, who you guys might know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but she's starting a new YouTube journey and she wants to do this thing. And I've encouraged her to just try and keep doing that. And she listens to my podcast and maybe she learned something, but she's working on herself. And I've encouraged her to stand up for herself and to do things just like I do myself or anybody else that's my friend. But she said, I just appreciate you being my friend. And if it weren't for you or some of the things that you said, I wouldn't have taken this step forward or whatever. And I felt like I told her, I said, well, I appreciate that, but you should be giving yourself credit for doing all the hard work, But I guess I don't feel like I deserve any credit for sharing knowledge with my friends about what I'm learning and being grateful that people are learning too and that they're getting so much joy and happiness and success out of the things that I'm learning too. So I'm proud of her though. I'm so very proud of her for being able to better herself and to succeed and want to share that with me. And I'm excited to see her do the things that she wants to do. And she's getting so much joy and happiness out of doing her thing. I don't know. And I'm rambling, but I guess what I feel is that in the last 5 months since I've lost Toby, I've been able to share my healing journey with all of you guys and see all of you guys grow and learn from it too. And it makes me very happy. And this last weekend has made me realize it a lot, and I'm grateful for that. So, different kind of Monday podcast for you guys. It's more about positivity and being grateful, and giving thank yous. I mentioned my friend Tonya and her growth journey. 6 months ago when I met her, she was kind of a train wreck in her life. And I'm not trying to be an asshole and call her out. I'm more just trying to praise her and tell you guys how proud I am of seeing her go through a lot of struggles in her life and trying to figure out what she wanted to do and encouraging her to search her soul and figure out what makes her happy. And she did those things. And she looked hard within herself. I had to do it too. My other friends, the boys, Wolf and Hound, my friends that I took to New Jersey, the same thing, We've all had so many struggles. My girlfriend Lisa, all these people that I met in this paranormal YouTube world, and then even some of my other friends in the music world who have battled cancer or struggled with relationships. Other cultures and other people who are struggling, my friends back home who are struggling with loss and grief or drama because they have, eating disorders or they're part of a marginalized community. And watching them learn to grow and stand up for themselves and look at themselves and be accountable for their behavior and their mistakes and go, you know what? I own them. I fucked up. I've done the same thing, and be able to come back from that and say, but I'm learning and all I can do is try to do better tomorrow. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of my friends, some of my family, for being able to go, you know what? I'm fucked up. I'm crazy. I've got these issues, in my case, choo-choo motherfucker, I've gone through some pretty serious bad shit in my world. And it sucks, and a lot of it isn't fair. But I can either let it define me and hold me back, or I can be angry. I can be sad. I can try to process those emotions, and I can be a fucking train wreck. But I can also process it, figure out what I can do about it. In some cases, it's nothing. In other cases, it's I can pick myself up and try to navigate those emotions and figure out how to put one foot in front of the other for tomorrow. And there are people out there, in my case, they're the Tanyas, they're the Wolf and Hounds, they're the Lisas, they're the Sams. There are the people that I've known for 30 years back home who make me smile, who are inspiring me, or who inspire me to go, you know what? I wasn't treated well my whole life, but I I can still treat other people better, give them a reason to be okay with not being okay, and make them feel proud of everything that they are, no matter if other people think they're weird or not. And it's felt really good this weekend to come to that conclusion that it's okay to have a life like that. And it's okay to tell people who don't want a life like that they don't belong, they don't get any of my attention. And it's been a very liberating feeling to be able to just go, you know what, this week I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to pick up my friends and we're going to go on a road trip to see the mountains, because I've never seen, the mountains before. And you know what? I can, and I'm going to, and it doesn't matter whether anybody likes it or not. At the end of the day, who cares? And I'm sure people will be like, well, how, somebody's going to have a negative opinion about what I'm doing. But you know what? Who cares? Nobody has a right to have an opinion about what I'm doing but me. And that's okay. And I think the realization of that has just made me pretty fucking happy. I'm really trying to look at the bright side of, there are so many things out there that none of us can control, and worrying about it isn't going to make my day any better. And a lot of things in life just aren't fair. But all I can really do is just keep drinking my water, smoking my cigarettes, which I'm hoping to maybe not do again in the future. We'll try again. Eat snacks and try to get out of bed tomorrow and make the best day that I can, and be grateful for all these really amazing people who've decided to share these moments with me. I'm grateful, you guys, and I'm appreciative. There's some really wonderful people out there doing some wonderful things, and making some great growth and positive movement. And it's making spring seem that much brighter and sunnier, and the flowers smell a little sweeter. And I know that seems really strange coming from somebody like me who's been through something so traumatic. But you know what? It's a victory for today, because tomorrow I could be in the fetal position on my rug, rocking back and forth, feeling waves of grief missing Toby, because those waves of emotion do come. And they come sometimes when you least expect it. But I'm going to continue to do what I've always done and talk about him, tell stories about him, laugh and smile, and navigate tomorrow when I'll cross the bridge when I get there. So I'm grateful. Got meetings today, got stuff going on. I told you guys I'm going on a road trip this weekend. I'm sure you guys will hear more about that on our next update. I'll probably make another little video like I did when I took the boys to New Jersey. So I will get into all that next time when I update. I'm excited. And other than that, I didn't really want to go into too much else other than to let people know that good things are on the horizon. I got some concerts coming up too at the end of May and early June. But other than that, it's basically just the 9 to 5. Doing 2 shifts a week at the part-time gig. And I'm just trying to be accountable, really, and eat better and sleep better. Getting over this allergy-induced cold very quickly. So I should be 100% by the end of the week. But yeah, so I hope everybody is excited for spring. I know Easter is here in 2 weeks. I don't know what that looks like for all of you. Everybody celebrates something different. I might be working that day, which is totally acceptable considering I don't get any of my girlfriends from back home their amazing Easter spread, and Toby and I didn't celebrate the Christian version of Easter, but we did eat because that was kind of what we did. So I'm not really planning to do anything for that particular holiday personally. Yeah, so I hope people are looking forward to, if for nothing else, time to spend with their family. But But we'll see how that plays out when I get back from my little road trip. My car is scheduled to go into the shop on Monday the 11th, so I finally get that fixed after the chick hit it in the parking lot. So I'm looking forward to getting that taken care of. So that will be all done there. So I guess I really don't have much else to talk about. Like I said, I'm going to be doing another podcast today. I'm going to hammer that out on gatekeeping is the subject on that one. And like I said, that should be pretty interesting because, yeah, I get a little pissy about that subject matter. So we'll cover that in due time. But other than that, I hope you all have a great week. I will catch you up to date next week when I return from my little mini road trip that I'm taking this weekend. So, love y'all. Until then, wash your motherfucking hands and be a good human. Love y'all. Bye.